Welcome. This is a transcript of a real conversation which took place between Billy Meier and Semi-Aussie on Tuesday, January 28, 1975, starting at 2:12 p.m. This was Billy's first contact with Semi-Aussie. She comes from the planet Era, which is about 80 light-years beyond the Pleiadians, but which is in a slightly different space-time configuration. The translation from German to English is from the Gaia Guys website. UFO woman. You are a fearless human being. Billy. I have learned to overcome fear and become objective. UFO woman. I know. We have been studying you for years. Billy. That's nice, and why? UFO woman. Because through you we want to clarify some things. Billy. Isn't anyone else suited for that purpose? UFO woman. Certainly. But we have selected you for you have been preoccupied with these problems for thousands of years during previous lifetimes, and because you think and act decisively, honestly as well. And because you have already frequently earned out such a mission in your former lives, even though great mysteries surround this fact from what we gather. Billy. Thanks for the flowers. Colloquial, German for compliments. UFO woman. Do not mention it. You have earned it on your own merit. Billy. Fine, but who are you? Really? UFO woman. Just call me Do. Informal, German, you, and I will do the same with you. Billy. Thanks, but who are you? UFO woman. I am called Semi-Aussie and I come from the Pleiades. Billy. From the 7 stars? The 7 sisters? Semi-Aussie. That is correct. Billy. A nice excursion, I must say. How did you do that? Possibly through hyperspace? Semi-Aussie. Your knowledge is greater than we might like at times. Billy. Why? I can keep quiet, I am not a blabbermouth. Semi-Aussie. I'm aware of that. For this reason your knowledge is safe with you. I and all the others are therefore not worried about that. Billy. Why have you obstructed my way to your ship? Is it because of the film in my camera? Would it have been destroyed? Semi-Aussie. Definitely. I want you to have at least the photographic proof. Billy. I see. Am I supposed to go public? How do I to arrange that? Semi-Aussie. You shall, and later I will explain to you how to do it. Billy. So be it then, but isn't it somewhat dangerous to leave your ship on the ground so openly in case other people pass by? Semi-Aussie. Please do not concern yourself with it. We have seen to it that nobody else can come closer than a 500-meter 550-yard radius. The beam ship is visually protected by the forest and the hills as well. Billy. Am I supposed to be the only one included in this meeting? Semi-Aussie. Yes, and you know why. Billy. I understand, unfortunately. Semi-Aussie. Even though you regret it, it cannot be helped now nor in the future. Billy. I understand. My dear fellowman. Semi-Aussie. Absolutely. Their spiritual cognitions followed the wrong paths. You have made the effort to learn. You have already found the truth many thousands, indeed millions of years ago, and assimilated the knowledge. This is why you stand out from the great masses of human beings on Earth, and this is our reason for choosing you. Billy. You always say we. Does that mean that? Samuasi. Certainly. I already mentioned that you often know more than we would like. Please keep quiet about this. The truth is difficult enough for human beings as it is. Billy. I have never possessed this knowledge and, consequently, I cannot talk about it. Samuasi. You could word it that way. And I know that you will keep it quiet. I know you would even deny the whole event and call it fantasy if anyone should try to force you to speak. Billy. You really know me very well. Samuasi. We have chosen you for this and many other reasons, and on grounds of preordination. But enough of questions and answers. Listen very carefully to what I have to say. Write down everything and tell the public about it, but in a different format from your mission in previous lives. Billy. How can I do that when I have nothing here to write on? I don't even have a tape recorder or anything like it. Samuasi. Do not worry about that, you can write it down later. First I shall explain everything to you so you will get an overview of the material. Besides, it is easier for me to contact you later when I can transmit the thoughts to you so you can write all of them down verbatim. Billy. Are you thinking of the same method by which you brought me here? Samuasi. You are really very knowledgeable and a credit to us. Billy. Thank you. Samuasi. All right then, please listen now and only interrupt me when you really do not understand something. Samuasi's explanation. For some time now we have had the urge to contact a human being on Earth who sincerely and concretely wants to help us in our mission. We have often tried before to do this, but the selected human beings were neither knowledgeable enough nor willing, and often lacked sincerity and loyalty as well. The individuals we had selected for our endeavors were afraid and remained silent about our coming. They insisted they would be accused of being insane and of lying, and that attempts to harm them might be made through official and foolish human intrigues. Instead, many boastful individuals have appeared who claim to have contact with us. Indeed, even to have flown in our beamships. They are nothing but charlatans and frauds who sun themselves in dubious glory and want to profit from it. Human beings on Earth have entire organizations who preoccupy themselves with the reconnaissance of our beamships. But they possess very few items which are truly authentic. They have many photographs that depict nothing more than some lights and light images of natural origin or intentional falsifications. Only a few of these photographs are authentic proof that truly show our beamships. Most photographs are only montages or photographic forgeries manufactured by frauds and charlatans whose names have since become famous worldwide. Their subsequent books and written manuscripts only demonstrate a wicked deceit for purposes of showing off or of charlatanry. By the same token, many people have the audacity to link us to human religions. We have nothing to do with religions now, nor will we wish to at a later date. Not even your so-called sectarians refrain from this step. Indeed, they deceive their fellow men with religious beliefs. These infamous and primitive maneuvers need to be stopped before the whole world falls into their grip. Were these frauds and charlatans really linked and in contact with us, Or had they been, we would have offered them an opportunity to obtain very distinct photographic proof of our beamships. But because they are dishonest individuals, we have not given them this chance. As evidence of this truth, we provided you with the opportunity to take sharp pictures of one of our beamships. In addition, we will give you other opportunities to obtain even better and sharper photographic evidence. Man on Earth calls us extraterrestrials or star people or whatever he feels like. He falsely attributes to us supernatural feats and without knowing anything about us. In reality, we are human beings just like you terrestrials, but our knowledge and wisdom are far superior to yours, and so is our technology. Man on Earth has taken his first tiny steps towards cosmic space flight, but they are nothing more than first, still primitive attempts. Even though he has reached the moon with his rockets, man has not yet reached cosmic space. With his current technology, he would never be able to reach cosmic space. In order to do so, he would require a propulsion system capable of penetrating hyperspace and nullifying the immense distances. Space and time are not conquered by space and time but by spacelessness and timelessness. Which means that space and time collapse within themselves and become unidirectional, null time. This would mean that just fractions of a second suffice for the passage through trillions of light years almost without any time loss, because null time paralyzes space and time. Many frauds and charlatans claim to be in contact with human beings from other planets in your solar system, indeed to have flown with or in their beamships. This is nothing but a lie, for most of the planets they mention are so desolate that human life cannot exist there. Other planets, on the other hand, have long since ceased to support life, or else they are in their early stages of development. Other solar systems, however, contain a number of various life forms, not only human life. They contain a diversity of life forms, human and faunal. Many faunal and floral life forms have also reached highly advanced levels of existence. There are also different life forms that have acquired much knowledge and have freed themselves from their environment. They travel through space and occasionally come to Earth. Many of them are rather unpleasant creatures and live in a type of barbarism that frequently is nearly as bad as the terrestrials. You should be aware of them because they often attack and destroy everything that gets in their way. Many times they have even destroyed whole planets or forced their inhabitants into bondage. It is one of our missions to warn the people on Earth of these creatures. Let this be known to the Earth people because the time is approaching when a conflict with these degenerate human creatures becomes unavoidable. An additional task is aimed at your sex and religions, along with the related underdevelopment of human consciousness. Above everything, there remains but one that possesses the power of life and death over all creatures. It is creation alone, which extends its laws over everything. Laws that are irrefutable and eternally valid. Man is able to identify them in nature if he makes the effort. They show him the way of life and the path to spiritual greatness, which embodies the goal of life. When man indulges in his religions with their malevolent erroneous teachings, his spirit increasingly wastes away, which will finally lead to a bottomless abyss. May man recognize that a god can never assume the role of creation or decide over a person's destiny. A god is but a governor as well as a human being who powerfully reigns over his fellowmen. God is not creation but only one of its creatures, like all creatures, who are dependent upon creation. But man follows his erroneous religious belief and claims that God is creation itself. He goes even further and claims that a normal human being by the name of Emmanuel, who has been also called Jesus Christ through intentional lies, is God's Son and creation itself. There are various New Age sectarians who go further still and assert things that approach delusion. Yet, as I mentioned already, beamship frauds and charlatans follow in the same direction. They clearly originate lies that we, or our brothers and sisters from other parts of the cosmos, are coming as angels and the like upon direction from God, meaning creation, to bring terrestrial mankind the long-desired peace, the truth of religion and God's protection. This is nothing more than a well-planned lie by sectarians, frauds or charlatans. We have never had such directives and would never follow them. Creation itself never gives commands because it embodies the greatest power in this universe, and never has to resort to commands or religions. Religion is only a primitive concoction by man to command, suppress, and exploit others, to which only spiritually weak life forms succumb. Bring this truth to light throughout the world and make it known to the people. This is an additional part of our mission. If this does not happen, mankind will slowly destroy itself and fall into complete spiritual darkness. We know that you are aware of a secret old text whose originals were unfortunately destroyed through the carelessness of our delegate, your friend, who, regrettably, has failed through fear. Disseminate the translation of this text, for it is the only truly authentic one and free from lies. We also know that you are writing a book on this text and on the real truth. To us it seems to be the most important book ever written by a human being of your earth, even though it will be harsh in its language and be met with hatred. It finally offers the truth to the earth humans, although it still contains some speculations. It has the power to finally destroy the madness of religion within many people or cause them at least to seriously ponder these matters. It is an extraordinarily good piece of work and you should make it available to other people. I have told you all need to know for now, but in the long term it will not be sufficient. Many additional contacts will follow this initial one and I will call you at a given point in time. By means of thought transmission, which you call telepathy, I will get in contact with you and transmit further information. Do not worry that I would do this at an inappropriate time. I will only transmit when it suits you. I value your ways as well as your sense of independence, and will adjust myself to you at all times. The time will come when you and I will meet each other in my beamship, and you will be allowed to undertake flights into cosmic space with me. But for the next while this will not be possible, because it would be imprudent due to certain regrettable incidents. I will inform you of this in detail at a later time. Take care until next time, when I will give you more vital information. In general, our conversations will not be as one-sided as this one was, but today I only had explanations for you. From here on every conversation will be more conventional, with questions and answers. Until then, see you soon. Billy. Hey.